Ok, ya, esto es perfecto. Okay. Me gustaría comprar un libro, por favor. Muchas gracias. Y in this episode of Sailing Frogs Leap, I sourced some gel coat from a small chandlery in El Salvador. First time doing gel coat. I'm giving it a swing. Let me show you this. My name is Rick. I got my sea legs when I was in the Coast Guard, and I commanded a boat much like this one. Today, I take my small sailboat on coastal passages in search of adventure. In this season, I'm heading south from Banderas Bay with the intention of returning to the Caribbean Sea via the Panama Canal. Living the pirate life. Yep, me and these pelicans. Well, these little circles that you see on the boat are left from the repairs to these screw holes that I've been making over the last couple episodes. So I plan to use some white gel coat to cover 4 of these holes that are on the stern rail here. I've got more than just those 4 holes to cover, but I feel like because I don't have any experience with gel coat, and because I don't know how this white is going to look, going white just makes more sense, trying to match camel. You know, maybe if I had one of these newer island packets that were a couple $100,000, this is not this boat. So I'm going to use white, and I'll move in that direction further as the gel coating continues. But for today, I just want to get these 4 holes covered, and we'll take a look at it tomorrow and see what it looks like and see if I like it. And if I like it, I'll keep going. If not, well, I'll reevaluate, you know. I'm in El Salvador, and I got some gel coat, some white. I'm gonna use that. I got some catalyst, some hardener. I think they call it MEPK, MEKP, something like that. That's right here. And I got some wax. So that's the deal. We're gonna mix these together. I'm gonna use this container. Just crack an egg and this stick. I'm gonna stir it all together and get painting, baby. And I've got a guest cameraman coming today. Yeah, Curtis from Motor Yacht Summer Breeze. He's coming by. He's gonna shoot some of this footage. So I'm looking forward to that. Now let's take one last look at this stern rail before Kurt shows up. We get busy. Ah, there he is. I spy Curtis making his way over from Summer Breeze.
Oh, hello there.
Ha ha ha! Come on board, man.
Okay, shoes off on.
Oh, come on. This ain't no wine and cheese boat.
There you go. So you know the difference between a yacht and a boat, right?
I don't know.
You spill a glass of wine on a yacht and they go, oh my God, you spilled wine. You spill a glass of wine on a boat and they go, it's a boat.
So first I'm going to stir in the wax and the gel coat. Now I'm going to stir in a little bit of this hardener. It's game on now. I got about 10 minutes of working time with this stuff. Actually smooths out pretty nicely. I think that's the best I can do. Wow. Thanks, Curtis.
You're most welcome.
You saw how liquidy it was when I was stirring it. I mean, it's definitely not a paint. It's definitely an epoxy. Or it's definitely a chemical thing. It's a curing thing, not a drying thing. So my dock neighbor on Motor Yacht Splinters, well, he saw me sanding away the excess thickened epoxy that was on those screw holes that I had been fixing. He mentions to me, he says, "Hey man, you plan to cover those things, huh?" And I said, "Well, I hadn't given it much thought, you know." Turns out he has some experience with this, and he tells me that, epoxy, if it's left in direct sunlight, UV, it'll degrade. I didn't know that. And his story's interesting because he had his motor yacht in a barn in Colorado for a good number of years while he was working on it. There was a barn door that he would leave open during the day when he's working on the boat. And over the course of multiple days, this exposed epoxy that was on this part of the boat apparently started to degrade. So he has some experience with it, and he was just letting me know. And it was actually after he relayed this story to me that I became really interested in getting a coating over these epoxy-filled holes. And so that's the impetus behind this whole gel coating episode. I got to get some kind of coating over this epoxy. And, well, this is how I'm doing it. I'm in El Salvador. I don't have a lot of options. And you know what? You do the best you can. One of the things I don't want to do is have to redo all this work that I'm doing now with the thickened epoxy. I want to preserve that work because it was substantial. So I'm going to cover it. At the end of the day, if it needs to be covered again with some camo color or whatever, fine, I can do that. But right now, I need to get a coating on it. The name of the game is try to get as many of these coated as I can. Those 4 on the stern rail. I'm probably going to do more. I'm probably not going to film all of it, but I'll give some updates on Instagram as I move through the process. So I encourage you all, if you're not following on Instagram, go ahead and give that a follow. Well, Bill invited me to go ride the Lightning again. Yeah, I'm going to go escort a couple of boats outbound across the bar with Bill and his hotshot Panga bar pilot. On this trip, Bill brought his lead line. Periodically, he'll come out and he'll check the depths of this channel to verify that they're bringing boats in on the right track, because this channel can move. And on this day, Bill discovered that the channel had moved about 100 yards to the west from the last time he measured it.
Espera. Okay. Una ola. Sí, 12. Ok, creo que será aquí. Seguro. 12. 12. Sí. Los pachos ahí, dañados aquí. Pero, ok, uno más, porfa. Sí. Profundo. Sí. Pero, muy así. ¿Ver? ¿Qué? Está así. Sí, ok. Sí. Sí, 12. Yeah, we're measuring 12 feet. going to work our way between these waves, okay?
Well, there's Larry's boat, Lady Kate, clear of the bar, and Stephen looks happy to be crewing for him. They're heading north to Chiapas. Well, today's a twofer, so we're heading back in to escort our second sailing vessel across the bar.
No bueno fotos, mejor. That was a good one. Okay, we'll see you. I'll send you some photos. Okay, guys.
And just like that, Brandon and Heather on sailing vessel Sonyata have made it across the bar and they're headed south to check out the surf breaks of Costa Rica. And with today's bar crossing excitement behind us, we get to enjoy an inbound bar crossing at our leisure. For real-time updates, check out Sailing Frogs Leap on Instagram.